Hello friends, my name is Kendall Burns. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to paint your doorknobs without having to sand. I did a bunch of research online and I found that there is this self-etching spray paint that will actually do kind of the sanding portion for you, and the paint will be able to stick just like as if they are sanded. So when we moved into our house 5 years ago, almost every door had an ugly silver doorknob on one side and an ugly gold doorknob on the other side. How does that even happen? I have no idea. So I have lived with it for 5 years and I am ready to swap them out. So I looked into just buying new doorknobs and it would have cost us about $150. Painting them is gonna cost about $15. So I'm gonna do the work and I will let you guys know if that is worth the $135-ish that you're gonna save. I think it will be, but I enjoy doing things like this, so. All right, step one for our doorknob transformation is to clean off our doorknobs. I don't know how essential this step is. I'm gonna do it because this is what I saw all over the internet people doing, and what was advised in the tutorials that I saw was to use this stuff. It's TSP, it's heavy duty cleaner. I got it at Lowe's for like $4, and I just put about a tablespoon in with water and in this tub, and I actually have the screws soaking in there, and then I'm just gonna take a towel and dip and just clean off my knobs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this with all of my doorknobs and all of the hardware pieces. And you just try to get them, I think, as clean as you can so that your paint stands a better chance of staying on longer. So again, I don't know how essential this step is. The lazy side of me tells me to skip it, but I'm not gonna skip it, I'm gonna do it. Okay, now that our doorknobs are washed, they are ready to go, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of my setup here. I took a chair and I covered it in plastic, and then I have this spare piece of, this is actually insulation board, but any type of foam board would work perfectly for this. And I just stuck all of the doorknobs and the screws right into the foam board, and I'm just gonna keep it there. As I paint, I should be able to get good enough angles that I'm just gonna, this is the simplest way to do it, I think. The only other preparation that I made was that I went ahead and taped off the part of the doorknob that like actually goes in and out when you close and open the door, or when you turn the knob. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that's called. But that part I taped off because I don't want the paint to interfere with the functionality of the actual opening and closing of any of the doors. So now that we are ready here, we are going to first take our self-etching primer and we're gonna paint. Okay, so I did forget to tell you guys that you should do a second coat of the self-etching spray, but you only have to let it dry for a couple of minutes in between. So I did that, and then I did my second coat, and then you want to let that dry for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so I have waited my 4 hours, and now it's time for me to do my paint coat. All right, so it is the next morning and my doorknobs sat out all night with the fresh light of day on them. I can tell that most of them could benefit from one more light coat of the paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, now that I have my second coat of paint, that should be all that these need. I am actually going to let my doorknobs sit outside and air out for about a week. I'm very sensitive to smell, and so because we have spray painted these, they will smell for up to 2 weeks. Also, the longer you can go without using these doorknobs, the better the paint is going to stay. So I recommend at least a couple of days, up to 2 weeks if you can spare, to live without your doorknobs. Also, I am actually going to run a fresh coat of paint over my doors because where the doorknobs have been stuck on has left a little bit of residue. In a couple of days, or maybe even in a week, I will replace my doorknobs. One word of advice I have for replacing the doorknobs is to use a screwdriver as opposed to using your drill. It's gonna take a bit more time, but this will help as far as like not chipping the fresh new paint off of the doorknobs. It's a little harder to control with a drill. And that's it, you guys. I think these look so awesome. In my opinion, this was not that difficult of a task, so I for sure recommend it, and I hope this is helpful to you. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know how it turned out in your house, and thank you guys so much for watching.